we're about to go countertop shopping again if we can hurry up and get out the house. So OOTD, let's go.
That's nice. Bed, bridge, stones to it.
That right there is so pretty. It's called Aqua Mist. I like the background of this one, but I don't like that the gray comes off like it's a blue vein. That's nice. This is called Azurmat Group 8, which means that's the most expensive one. Here's another one. I'm just attracted to like the brown in it. This one is called Calcutta. I don't know, y'all. It's Group 6, which means it'll be a little bit cheaper. Y'all, this is quartzite and it looks so nice.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Oops, sorry, Benny.
There's the Taj Mahal right behind this Group 6.
Here's our Taj Mahal. It's so pretty. I mean, that's not a number though.
That means I'm just scanning it.
Y'all, here's another option that's like completely different, but what it does give the effect of the Taj Mahal, because you know how Taj Mahal is like really busy.
Yeah.
I do kind of like this. This one has some brown in it too, but I don't know how I feel about it. Hey girls, the shower got done today in the bathroom. I haven't seen it yet. We're gonna see it for the first time together. They just left. The inspection people also left. I gotta tell y'all about that. Oh! So timid. First of all, baby, let's just admire this view right here. The black on black on black. Hold on. Oh, how does this bathroom look better than the primary? Don't sit right. Look at that. Baby, that is sexy. God almighty. Y'all also told me that I needed to turn these so that that doesn't look busy. Noted. Going to do that. Hey girl, I have not came and gave y'all the basement update in a minute. I think I told y'all in the last video, not a lot has been going on, but this week we do have some stuff happening. Like today we had the HVAC people come, so we should have heat and air down there. I'm not sure, but they were also supposed to do the inspections today. I don't know if that actually happened, but the last clip that y'all seen as part of this video, we went in, looked for more countertops. We did find some. The first company that we originally were going to go with, because their original quote came in cheaper than Artstone, which is who we've been going to, looking at like the Taj Mahal and stuff. So we were planning on going with them. We went to their supplier warehouse, picked out countertops, and then Artstone contacted us and was like, have y'all made a decision yet? And we were like, well, we think we're gonna go with this other company because their quote for quartz, not quartzite, but their quote for quartz came in cheaper. Girl, why? They were like, who is their supplier? And we told them, they were like, they're also our supplier. Why did they give us a quote for $2,000 less than these other people just to get our business? And they were like, since y'all are repeat customers, we're willing to give you the discount. I said, you know what? God really do be looking out. So I'm gonna take y'all downstairs and show y'all the samples that we got from the supplier and which one we're actually gonna go with. So they're set to come on this Wednesday to install the countertop. Y'all. Now I've already told y'all we would not recommend the electrician for obvious reasons. But the electrician is actually a contractor through the HVAC company, and I would not recommend them either. They didn't do a terrible job. The air down here, I guess, works. I mean, it's always cold down here, so I couldn't even really tell you. I'm about to show you the work that they did. They basically installed the thermostat and then all of like the vents over the ducts or whatever it's called, and did whatever they did. I don't know if like I told y'all, if the inspection people have come yet. We'll have to figure that out. But let me just show y'all some stuff. So first and foremost, this is the thermostat that we decided to go with. It's called an Echo B. But my husband pretty much told them that we wanted the center. It's not really that center, but at the same time, it's not off. So it's not that big of a deal. But this right here, do y'all see that? Tell me y'all don't see how crooked or bent this vent is to where it literally is not flushed to the ceiling. It looks so much worse in person than it even does on this camera. Like, sir, why would you walk your narrow behind up the side of this house, get into your car, crank it, and then drive off? And then before you did any of that, You came to the doorbell to let me know that you were done with your job. No, you're not. So I did not come down here to check anything because I didn't really know what they was down here doing. My husband was on the call, so he was like, oh, I just came to tell you that we're done. And I was like, okay, cool. So maybe that's my fault, but at the same time, like, so it's only like, there's another one right there. That's Cricut as well. The smaller ones like this are flesh, so it's fine. Anyways, let's look at these. The first thing we got was a sample of their Taj Mahal because obviously we wanted to see what it looked like. And they give you free samples too, which is... So anyways, the Taj Mahal comes in like a leather finish, which is more of the dull look, and then it has the shiny one. I want to say this is the leather one because I don't really see any shininess to this, but this is what the Taj Mahal, their slab looks like. And then we also got this sample. This is a quartzite, this is a quartz, and you can kind of see that they look similar to each other, but this one just has way more detail to it. And this one right here, when you look at the full slab of it, which I feel like I included that in a previous clip, it's so boring, but we still got a sample of it, so this wasn't really even in the running. This is the one, what is it, Calicotta Ocella girl is right there. That's what this is. And I don't know if you can really see like the brown tones in it. It also has kind of like that graphite color. I know we said we really didn't want to go with a white base, but when we seen this, we felt like this one had a lot more motion to it than any of the other quartzes that we seen. Any of the other quartz that we seen. I don't know how to say it. So anyways, y'all, let me show y'all what these look like against the counters. I meant the cabinets. So you will be able to see it a little bit better right here. So pretend like this is the cabinet, which it kind of is. This is actually the shelf that goes. This is what the Ochello. Oh, not oh, girl, I don't even got an N in it. Ochello. Let me just sit them all right here. So this is what they look like. The Taj Mahal would have ate so bad, but we did get Taj Mahal for the bathroom. And I was like, I need the Taj Mahal for the bathroom because the bowl looks perfect with this, and I didn't want to have to choose something else. And then this is the Ochello or whatever it's called, which looks really good with this. So it helps bring out a little bit of the graphite in there. And then you have like the brown tones, which will go really good with the gold or brass pulls that we're gonna get for the cabinet. I feel like it looks really good. And we also have put it up against like the sides here because y'all know it's gonna be waterfall. So when we put it up against the sides, we felt like that looked really good. If you go and stand over that way and then look at this on the sides, it looks good because we have like the white trim and stuff in here, so it goes perfectly. Other than that, I don't think there's any other updates that are happening in here. We did get the little, is it the whatever, you know, that little transition piece between like when you walk from like, let me just show y'all the things that go right here that transition from one room to the next. Those finally came in. I forgot what color they are, but they were on back order. So our main contractor is supposed to come back and install this right here as well as on the steps over there. And then we're also supposed to go through and look at the walls and anything else to see if there's like any imperfections, anything that we don't like. Oh my God, what is that? So that, you know, we can just like tag it with a little blue piece of painter's tape and he'll fix it whenever he comes back, which I really appreciate. But anyways, that's the update. I will probably see y'all again on Wednesday. Bye. Do you know what today is? It's countertop installation day. I'm so excited because they just arrived. If we have some footage of the process, we'll insert it. If not, I will show y'all what the final product looks like. This is long awaited. So excited. Y'all, the countertops are done. Ooh, the countertops are done. Say hey. Oh my God. Oh wow. OMG, do we love them? First of all, the bar height turned out so good. This looks so much better than just having an island. I feel like the island would have gave it kitchen vibe. Countertops look so good with the graphite cabinets. I think it looks really good with the white trim and stuff. So let me show y'all really quickly the bathroom. We did go with Taj Mahal in here. It definitely looks better than our primary bathroom, but we'll get that done eventually. But this is what the counters look like in here. Oh my gosh. And I feel like it looks perfect with the bowl. That's not actually installed. We just set it up there to see the whole vibe of everything. And then that will go right there. I don't really care for the light fixture in here. I just think that this is a little bit more farmhouse or industrial light, and everything else in here is a little bit more modern. So I definitely think that we need to maybe purchase something new, but once we get the mirror up there, we'll make a decision. You would never guess that this was an IKEA vanity with Taj Mahal on top of it. Instantly elevates it. Then we'll also, I'll show y'all what this thing looks like. We got the faucet for this too. Obviously we'll need to paint. We did call Artstone back to see how much it would cost to get the backsplash up, but because they don't have any remnants left over, we would have to pay for a full slab. So I don't really think that's worth it. We'll probably just end up going with a tile or something, but we'll definitely want to do a backsplash because we just feel like it will look a lot better than this. Oh my gosh, kiss my image. Y'all, guess what? The plumbers came today. Let's go see it. Clap, 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 so you know it's real. Look at this, man. Wait, okay, so when I first came in here, I said wait because the hole is here. The drain that we got does not fit for this particular vessel, so we have to go back and order another one. He's not putting the faucet in until we get the drain, so the water over here will not work. We also still have to cut out the holes in the drawers so that this will work. We have a toilet now with the brass little flush thingy. This is what the shower looks like. It's officially finished. I think it looks really good. Yeah, I cannot get over this Taj Mahal in here. Sample that I was showing y'all earlier from MSI. That's why I said that everybody's slabs are different, because that particular sample didn't have as much motion as this. So I'm pretty sure I'm like, girl, it looks just like the course. And look at that. That is sexy. Also, I don't know if y'all caught this in the previous clip whenever I was showing that, but I turned these this way. Hopefully I turned this the right way because I was late responding, so let me know if this is what y'all was talking about. So here is the bar faucet. It looks so good. Does it work? Yeah. That's interesting.
You gotta put it back in there.
Oh. I don't know how to work it. Look at it, running water. The pressure on that is good too. Not like matte, it's not matte black. It's like I like that. So hopefully it won't look ashy. And then we still have to remove this. Can I peel this off now? Sure. Or do you want to wait till you plug it in? Cause like, do you have to move it?
I mean, I'm probably doing it.
Let's remove this together because I know this is the side is fine. Ooh. Not even there. Oh, missed it. What's wrong with this? So y'all, we've been looking for the racks to go in here, but we're about to measure it to see how wide it needs to be. I found some on, what do you call it, Wayfair that we might get, but we need to figure out how long and how wide it is. I didn't know them doggone things was that expensive though. If I have recommendations on where to get one from, tell me. Hey girl, oops, sorry. So we're down in the basement per usual. And I showed y'all in a previous vlog that I got this bowl, this travertine bowl from Home Goods because I wanted to put the lemons and limes in it. So I brought it down here to see if it's gonna work out, because if it's not, I need to take it back and get my money. Also, yesterday y'all seen I started sweeping down here, so we swept everything. And I need to finish mopping. I started mopping yesterday, but girl, I caught an attitude about something and stopped. So let me show y'all the difference in the floor and how it looks, mop versus not. Hold on. So I don't know if y'all can see that on camera, but the floors look so much more gray with all of the dust on it than it does without it. So you can see a lot more of like the brown color. So I can't wait until we mop it. I mean, we still have to do some sanding over there in the bar area, but we're just trying to get like it cleaned initially. And then obviously when everything is done down here, we'll clean it again. But we are planning on having a little date night tonight where we're gonna fix us some wine and try to clean and get stuff done down here. So I think whenever I was showing y'all the bar area, I forgot to mention that this right here has to be painted. So I think we have the color Sherwin-Williams that the cabinets are, so we can go and just like match the paint and get this painted so it doesn't look weird and unfinished. And then, hold on, let me turn it around. We're gonna sand this down today, paint it, and then my husband's gonna put the, not refrigerator, what is it called? The TV back up here to make sure that it actually still sits in the position that he wants it to. And then the lights and everything over here are done, so then we'll put all of the shelving back up there. I think the only other thing we need to do right here is plug this in. He had started the process of drilling a hole last night. The battery died on it, so he'll do that. But anyways, y'all, let's look at this bulb. Oh, she looks so nice. Love it, love it. That is cute enough. Tell me it ain't. It could either go right here, over there on that end. Green and yellow just sitting right there waiting to be used. We were just talking about how many racks we would want in here. So we're thinking about doing one against this wall and maybe against this wall. And then this wall over here, we would have the ladder to be able to reach, because obviously we're not tall enough to reach the top. So we would want it to be ceiling all the way down to the floor. But let me know if y'all think that would even look right. Should we do all 3 walls, 2 walls and 1 for the ladder, or just 1 wall? It's just very deep, so I feel like we wouldn't be utilizing all the space if we don't. I'm talking about in it. But why I look like you just... We live, bitch. So before my battery dies, this we might try to go tomorrow and get the paint. We're gonna put trim around it and then paint this the same color as the cabinet. So y'all won't see this as part of this vlog. This will get done hopefully sometime next week. Drain that we ordered is been delayed again, so can't do anything about that. This area is now complete. Obviously this is not how the bottles are staying. We just have it in here. But probably in the next vlog, we'll start bringing the glassware and stuff down. We pretty much mop, but we're gonna have to, it's probably gonna need like 3 or 4 mops before it's right. I'll also, probably tomorrow, start looking for this. We got the measurements for it. And then the pulls for the cabinet. This came in, it was on back order originally. It came in, this little transition piece, but it got damaged. We didn't find out until we went there to pick it up from Floor & Decor, and they were like, oh, it got damaged, so we had to reorder it. So I don't know how much longer it's gonna take for it to get here, but it's a transition piece for this, as well as the stairs upstairs. So tomorrow, we're probably gonna go get the paint, and then also potentially go to West Elm and some more furniture stores to start looking at couches and stuff to see what we can find to go over there. Just so we know what kind of direction we're going in, what we're looking at, what's out there type of deal. And then one of y'all, I can't remember your name off the top of my head, but we've been talking on Instagram. You recommended some, they're like alabaster lights for in the theater room, because I told y'all I don't really like the ones in there. So we potentially, they actually want to sell them. Things are expensive, but they went on sale. But I don't know if I want to pay that much for theater lights. I could probably find something similar, cheaper. Made a lot of progress in the basement today, so have a good night. So why don't we just have a quick little chit chat about things in the basement. So number one, the French doors that we have down here, we got all of our doors from Builder Surplus, and the regular doors, just like those are perfectly fine. They're not hollow or anything. They're pretty durable. The French doors, on the other hand, are not. And I don't really know if there was a way for us to test that out before we actually had them installed, but we don't really care for them. My husband had toyed whether or not he was gonna have them ripped out and just get new ones. There was something he had seen on Wayfair that he wishes he would have got. We don't know what the quality of those are, so we could have took a gamble with those as well. But anyways, this particular one that leads to the gym room, it it's not aligned, it's wobbly, they when you close them. Let me just show y'all real quick. So if you look at the top, they're even, but as you go down, you'll notice that it starts to get space in between. And if I go from this view, I don't know if y'all can see that, but this one is further. So there's like, they're not even. So we tried to do some manipulation down here to like the, I don't know what you call these things, child. This right here, loosen it. We tried changing, repositioning this to see if it would. None of that worked. So our main contractor is gonna come back and we're just gonna have him reinstall them or whatever. My battery's dying. So anyways, that's one thing we don't like about it. And then because it's kind of like loose, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but it's shaky, which is terrible. But anyways, all right, we got a new battery. I'm trying to make sure y'all are straight. I wish I had my tripod, but I don't. So anyways, I wonder if I can put y'all all the way up here so y'all are eye level. I don't have to bend down. Period. Anyways, the other thing I'm gonna tell y'all is our inspection. So I don't know if I'm gonna get the wording and stuff right, but I guess you could call it like pre-drywall inspections and post-drywall inspections. So the pre-drywall, obviously you have like structural, electrical, HVAC, plumbing. Behind the walls, they inspect everything behind the walls. I don't know if every county is the same. And post drywall is everything like outside that's not behind the walls, because obviously they can't see anything behind the walls. With the electrical, we passed that the first time around. With the post drywall, we failed it. I don't even know what the failure was because of, but I just know I looked on my room camera, or I was sitting in my office and I could see the electrician chasing the inspector from around the house, because they also check some electrical stuff on the outside of the house. I think that has to do with like the HVAC and stuff. And child, I listened to the ring camera and he was basically like, you cannot use our inspection list as a guide for what you should be doing. You should already know how to do your job. And I was like, period. So anyways, he had failed him and he didn't finish the entire inspection. So the electrician basically wanted to know, like, can you just tell me everything, list of everything that doesn't look right so I can make sure I fix it before we come out? Because with the electrician, your contractor can either charge you up front for the inspections, which means that they will schedule them and pay for them, or they have you just pay for it out of pocket and you schedule all your inspections. So like our main contractor who did like the framework, we scheduled all of our inspections for that, so we didn't pay him. For plumbing, we scheduled those, but for electricity, for whatever reason, they did it themselves, I guess, so they can kind of control their timeline. So they only charge you for one inspection. Any inspection that they fail, they have to pay out of pocket. So that would explain why our electrician was so hell-bent on him telling us like, okay, like I need to make sure that we pass the next one. So anyways, dude was like, no. So you know, kind of like if you take a driver's test and you fail the portion where you're like, make sure you're not running the stop sign initially when you start parallel parking, all that, they're not gonna take you on the road. At least they didn't whenever I was coming up. I don't know what the hell they do now. But it's kind of like similar to that. So he failed one thing and did not continue the rest of the inspection. The owner came the next go around. He was like, he came before they had the next inspection, made sure everything was kosher, and then showed up at the day of inspections to walk through it with the inspector. So we passed that time. But all of that happened before I even told y'all about these raggedy ass vents that they put up here, which is why I was already like over it. They did come and fix the vents. They're flushed to the wall now. We passed the inspections. So now with the plumbing, once he comes and does the sink that I was telling y'all about, then we'll have to schedule inspections for the plumbing. Then once that's done, we have to schedule our final inspection, which is structural and stuff. And then we should be done. We can take the little sign out of our window that shows that we're under construction for our basement. But then obviously, I don't know if y'all know this, once you do something like this, if you actually, do it the right way, your property taxes go up because the square footage of your house is increased. I'm not really excited about that, but I mean, I want to get all of our inspections done just to make sure everything is correct, because whether or not you realize it, the basement is the foundation of your home. So obviously you have people down here doing all of this work. You want to make sure that everything is good, because if something down here ain't right, then the rest of your house is shit, okay? Overall, I think our process has been really good. I've told y'all that our contractor that we use, we love him. His communication was amazing. When he started out, he did start out with him and his brother, so things were going a little bit faster, but his brother experienced some health issues, so things started to slow down. So it was like a one-man show. I would say with our contractor though, I would only hire him to do framework, because I can tell that that's what he specializes in. When it comes to painting, the painting is fine, but it's not, we could have did it. Is basically what I'm saying there. Even with the flooring, we do notice some imperfections with that. There's just like a lot of air, but I feel like with LVP, I think that's what it is. You don't use any glue or anything. It's literally like you just lock them in and you sit them on top of it. That's what it's designed for. It has like some type of material on the bottom of it. There's like air pockets in certain areas, but we're hoping that over time, those kind of just like release themselves. I've already told y'all I would not recommend our HVAC company or the electrician. There is another company that we had in mind what we're using. We wish we'd have went with them, but we didn't. One of the issues that we ran into, I know I had told y'all that tape lights in here, my husband had to do those as well as the ones over there at the bar because the electrician told us literally right before he was supposed to do it that he didn't know how to do it. Supposed to give us a credit on our last bill, which they did. They billed us for labor first. We paid all of that. And then once all of their work was done, they billed us for material. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. And I say that because this man sent us our final bill. And my husband was like, I just wanna, you know, take it downstairs, make sure that everything he's charging us for material is actually down here. And obviously we can't check the material that's behind the wall. And y'all, when my husband was trying to foot the numbers, he was just like, this ain't adding up. Like, I don't understand. So I was just like, let me do it. I'll reconcile it. Cause baby, if it's one thing I'm gonna do, it's reconcile an account. I love that. If I could go into forensic accounting, I would. But anyways, I started looking through the bill and I like hand keyed everything into Excel and, you know, did all of my formulas and stuff. And I tried to see like what percentage are we over. What I came up with was less than what he charged. Why did he increase the bill by 27%? So I called, spoke to the secretary and I was just like, I think there's a 27% upcharge on here. Why would there be an upcharge on material? Like, it should just be a cost. Like, why would you charge us extra? Long story short, child, he sent us a new bill and it totaled what I said it should be. So there is a moral of the story here. Make sure you foot every single invoice that someone gets you. Furthermore, buy all of your own materials. With our contractor, he went to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever he needed to get the material, and he had the cashier call us over the phone and we gave our payment information and he always brought us every single receipt. The way that we found our contractors was basically just start researching, looking at Google reviews, asking do they have a website, looking at their work, going to their Instagram accounts if they have any. Obviously the risk you run there, it's just like with anything. If you're going to a restaurant and you look at the reviews online or you look at their Yelp or you look at their Instagram page, your Instagram page is going to be a representation of everything good, nothing bad. Your reviews, I guess you could say, is kind of subjective because how do I know that these are not people that you know that just put something up and you're using somebody else's photo? So that's the only thing is you run a risk. You contract with these people hoping that their work is actually their work, their reviews are actually their reviews, and that things come out the way that you want them to. Be a micromanager through this process because sometimes you don't get the work that you want and you want to catch that earlier than later. But I think for the most part, we were blessed with the contractors that we chose and the process was pretty much smooth, but our main challenge was just with the HVAC and electrical company. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. If there's anything else that I can think about that is kind of like our pain points to this process, I will come back at a later date and mention that. But hopefully all of this was tolerable. That sounds weird for some reason. Hey girl. So I just finished editing the vlog that y'all are watching. So the clips that are before this were recorded earlier in the vlog, but I just added them to the end because I don't know, sometimes I feel like a lot of talking is more is better at the end versus in the middle because we like in a groove of seeing all the updates and stuff and here you go talking all the time. But yesterday we spent a lot of time down here. We pretty much, like, as y'all can see, the basement is looking like a completed basement. Like I mentioned to y'all before, we're not keeping the bottles or anything like this. We just started bringing down some of the bottles that we had just so we can get an idea of like how everything would fit down here. We are going to start doing more things for the basement today. Oh my gosh, my battery's dying, hold on. New battery, who this? So anyways, like I was trying to say, hopefully y'all were able to digest everything that I was saying in the previous clips about just the basement process and stuff in general. I'm pretty sure there's stuff that I haven't mentioned to y'all that I feel like will be valuable, but originally I was gonna take it all out, but then I was like, no, I feel like it would be beneficial, especially some of y'all have, I just came back down these steps. Hold on, let me take a minute. Your child. I should have had my watch on. That could have been a little bit of cardio. Anyways, I just wanted to share our experience because I know that some of y'all have mentioned to me before that you're either about to start your basement process, you're in the process of doing it, but even this stuff can be applied to like if you're doing new build renovations or anything like that. outside of a basement, just try your best to do your research. If you know people who have used people before, I would much rather use a real life person, because you can kind of take their word for it more than somebody on the internet. I mean, hell, I'm on the internet, but I'm like a real person giving you a live review, as opposed to like reading something that anybody could be behind the computer writing. All experiences are not created equal, so my experience with somebody could be amazing and yours could be sucky. So like I mentioned yesterday, I think it's just important to micromanage, be very involved in the process, or the alternative is to go with a basement company. But even then, I feel like with basement companies, you're probably a little bit more removed from the process, just because there's someone else acting as the project manager, and you may not feel like both of y'all need to be down here. They're making, you know, kind of like you're involved heavily in the beginning because you're making decisions. Then after that, they take it and run with it. Anyways, aside from that, because I don't want to keep talking, I meant to see y'all some of the stuff that we're going to try to get accomplished today. So obviously y'all will see any additional updates as part of the next video, because I need to close this one out and get this uploaded today, because today is Sunday and I want this video to go live. I really hope that y'all have enjoyed our basement process so far. There's a little bit of stuff that we still need to get done, but for the most part, our basement is done. So probably as a part of that next vlog, we're gonna be wrapping up some stuff, and then we'll start getting things and shopping for the decorating part, which is my favorite part, and I know a lot of y'all's favorite part. So we gonna be at Home Goods, and all of the home store is heavy, okay? And I'm still, in addition to decorating the basement, I'm still doing stuff upstairs as well. So I'm excited. I'm yes. But if y'all have any questions, if y'all can think of anything, just put them in the comments below, and then I'll try to address them in the next video. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, as well as the whole entire basement series. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all sometime next week. Bye.